Have you ever wondered if you could make your own voice sound confident and influential? Definitely. Here are some easy steps that you can take today to love the sound of your voice. Okay, well, you might be wondering, why does confidence even matter? Well, learning how to speak with confidence is a big game changer in your life. So, your voice can actually change your life. Your voice is the reason someone chooses to trust you, believe you, or even like you. So here is a list of tips and tricks that are backed up with scientific evidence that will cover everything you'll need to know on how to sound better and more confident. 1. Make a good vocal first impression. So the research. Did you know that people judge you within half a second? And that's how trustworthy you are. This just shows how your hello may matter more than your clever anecdotes or great answers or other things. Here's the problem. We're usually the most nervous in the first few seconds. So our hello turns out to be kind of not that great. 2. Use your happy hello. So, through research, they identified five main types of hellos: the normal hello, sad hello, happy hello, power posing hello, and angry hello. And these five hellos were recorded and played by numerous people. Then they got other people to judge them, and they asked them to just hear the recording and see which one they liked better. The thing is, they were asked to judge the person, not the hello, based off of their hello. So they were asked to judge someone based off their hello. And this was shown all over the charts, but everyone liked the happy hello the most on average. So this brings up to the topic that you should use your happy hello. I know you're probably thinking, I was thinking the power posing hello would have come out on top because that would be the one where you sound more confident. But just being happy and being friendly gave you a more positive vibe, and people just like that better. Use your happy hello when you're talking to someone in those first few seconds. This is what you should do. 3. Find your maximum resonance point. So you're probably wondering, what in the world is a maximum resonance point? Well, there are reasons why you find certain voices and accents calming or soothing, while others drive you insane. So your maximum resonance point is the point where we should be speaking based on our voice range. You can find this yourself by using this equation and trying it out.
Okay, so next what I want you to do is start playing notes on the keyboard, and I want you to try to match the note on the keyboard. And you're going to try to find the lowest note you can comfortably sing and then the highest note that you can comfortably sing. So this is comfortably, remember, this is just to find your range. And I want you to try to count the notes in between those two. So according to Dr. Morgan, it's usually about 2 octave or 16 white notes. For example, here are my 16 white notes, or about actually 15 for me. So you can hear, here's C. That's my best C. So this is the lowest I can comfortably sing. I apologize for my singing, but here it goes. C, 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 C. So see if you can match that note. That's pretty comfortable for me. C, 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 C. Okay, then go all the way up. Try a couple in between. C, 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 B, B, B. And then the highest I can comfortably go is this one right here. So it's C, 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 C. So these are my comfortable notes. So for me, it's about 15 white notes. So you might have between 10 and 20 that you feel comfortable singing. What you want to do then is divide the total by 4. So if it's 16, then the result is 4. Count up the number of white notes from the bottom end of your range. So for me, I had about 16 or 15 white notes, so that would be 4. So if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the bottom of my range, which means that these notes in here are my perfect resonance point. so that when I'm speaking, I should try to hit this F, 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 F.
4. Learn how you sound. So your voice changes. It changes based on the situations you're in. So you try to figure out what you sound talking in different situations. Like record yourself when you're in a meeting, record yourself when you're at school, record yourself when you're at home, record yourself when you're just happy, and figure it out. What's your trigger point? What is the reason for you not sounding your best? Is it in certain situations? Is it around certain types of people? Do certain situations have a nervous effect on your voice? 5. Optimize your speaking rate. The average American conversation speaking rate changes from 120 to 150 words per minute. However, in recent studies, it's been shown that this may be too slow. If people talked faster at about 195 to 200 words per minute, they were considered more persuasive, credible, intelligent, and socially attractive. So think about it this way: 100, less than 100, way too slow. But 210 is like the sweet spot, and then more than 220 is way too fast. So try to record yourself and see how fast you talk as well. 6. Wear your confident clothes. So the research. Clothes surprisingly affect our thoughts and cognitive thinking. So clothes aren't really for the other person. People don't really remember you by their clothes, just saying. It might be a good first impression, but they don't really remember your clothes. The actual thing is what you wear might affect yourself. So research behind this is not about what we wear, but what we think we are wearing. So they had a study where they had two groups of people who with equal abilities do certain tasks, and they got people dressed in doctor coats, and then they got people dressed in hard hats and construction clothes. And the people with doctor clothes on were more confident, and they did their tasks better, and it was just their clothes. If you wear an outfit that makes you feel more confident, you'll sound more confident. So go get it. Pick your right clothes. 7. Stay hydrated. You need to hydrate your vocal cords. Never let your vocal cords dry up before a speech or important meeting. Keep yourself well hydrated in the hours before leading towards the important event. It doesn't help if you just chug down a bottle of water right before you get on stage. You need to keep yourself hydrated hours before. Don't wait until the last minute to do this. This is because this prevents vocal fray and other things, just helps soothe your throat and really helps with the voice. Trust me, there's a difference. 8. Master your breathing. So the first step to develop a stronger public speaking is to master your breathing. Shallow chest breathing is super bad because it doesn't supply enough oxygen, and it can cause shortness of breath, which makes you sound nervous. Tension and tightness in the chest can also be a negative result. So you could practice this exercise I have up here, and it's an exhale and inhale exercise. So just if you go on with it, it's a really good exercise on how you need to do deep breathing. Most importantly, start and end with the exhale. When you're talking or in a speech or in any presentation, start and end with exhale. Because usually you start with the inhale, but when you do that, it really leads off with a bad start because you're sucking in breath. And at the end, if you exhale, you calm down, and your last few parts of your presentation can be extra, extra good. 9. Get rid of vocal fry. Okay, so vocal fry is when your voice takes a sort of like raspy or creaky sound, and this happens when there's not enough breath being pushed in through your vocal cords. So this is why it happens. So when we breathe, our vocal cords separate. Then when we speak, those cords rub together and the vibration causes a sound. But if you speak without enough breath, Your vocal cords cannot rub together and they create like a really creaky, hollow sound, and that's called vocal fry. You've probably heard this in a lot of people you talk to and even yourself. 10. Use a vocal warm up. Make sure you warm up. So think about it. Your muscles need to warm up before you work out. So does your voice. Your vocal cords are a muscle. So a vocal warm up is key to speaking with confidence. I've gone to presentations without warming up and walk in and have a horrible start. My voice was all creaky, definitely vocal fry, was not drinking enough water, and just sounded really bad. Like it was horrible first impression. Versus going into that room confident with these warm ups, I talked great. Everyone loved me. So here are a few examples of exercises. Loosen up and shush, tongue trills, humming, chant, and pronounce. There's also this Goog exercise. You can Google your own warm-ups. You can search them up. I have a short video right here showing my examples in action. 11. Connect with your happy voice. Connect. This is pretty simple. Just find something to smile about. Genuine happiness is much better than fake happiness. Your emotions can be seen through your tone. Remember this and try to find something to smile about before talking. People can figure out what you feel like. If you just try to say hello and you're in a bad mood, they're going to see that bad mood right through your voice. Try to figure out what makes you happy. Be happy. Go out and you will make a way better impression on everyone. 12. Stand ready to speak. Posture is so important. It's essential that you stand or sit up straight while talking, and this makes your voice so much more clear and strong. You can try this out yourself and see the difference. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Lift the top of your head towards the ceiling, tuck your chin inwards, push your shoulder blades back, relax your stomach, and keep your knees straight and your legs tall. If you can, then stand up while you're on the phone with someone because they can hear your voice through the phone and they can hear your confidence shine through. If you're in a meeting and you can't stand, use your hands to be as broad as possible and take up that space so you appear way more confident and influential. 13. Avoid the pitch. Have a friendly conversation. Have a friendly conversation. So forget that you're presenting and forget that you're giving a speech. I know it's really tempting when you're doing this to memorize your lines, memorize your entire thing, but doing that, it's just, unless you're in theater, it's a really bad thing because you usually come out and you talk like you memorized it, which is way different than having a conversation on the spot. So think about it like a conversation with a friend. This makes you seem way more genuine, and it's a great way to connect with your audience. They can tell. They can tell if you memorized it, if you talk like you memorized it. Just do it on the spot. 14. Laugh genuinely. So, just the fact of life is people laugh differently based on if they're friends or strangers. And the thing is, people can identify the tone of other people's laugh about 61% of the time. Without even looking at them, just hearing the voice, they can identify if it's a friendly laugh, you're laughing with friends, or you're laughing with strangers. So, the difference of these two is one is a real laugh and one is a polite laugh. Polite laughs aren't fake laughs, but they're polite and they're an important part of social etiquette these days in our society. And just the thing is, people can see through that 50% of the time and they connect with you more if they feel like you're talking to them as a friend. Remember, have a conversation. So try to be real and incorporate ways to laugh and make others laugh with friendly laughs, not polite laughs. 15. Offer, don't take. When you're going into any presentation or meeting, think about it this way. Keep this mentality. How can I go into that meeting? How can I go into that presentation and help them solve their problems with my knowledge? Is your mentality to share knowledge? Look at yourself as a teacher. Go into meetings with something to offer, not to expect things from people. Doing this makes you seem like a more confident person. It gives yourself the clarification of authority, and people can see through that. They can actually see that you believe in yourself and you want to help them. Authentically be open to the audience. Offer your help and use your ideas to solve problems. And be open. Listen for suggestions. 16. Mirror others. So stop and think. Is there anyone in your life that you mirror your voice on? This can be a parent, teacher, sibling, mentor. Try and see if you can change your voice based on who you're talking to. Try to mimic people's voices and just see which ones hold to you more. Which ones do you feel like are more persuasive, more influential? Try to do this. 17. Change your voice. So I cannot stress this so much, but people feel like they can't change their voice. They feel like they're born with it and it's just their voice and they can't do anything about it like it's genetics. No, you're not the voice you were born with because you weren't born with a voice. How you talk and your speech or accent is basically based on who you looked up to when you were growing up as a kid, when you were learning to talk, who you were around, who taught you how to talk, and who you listen to, whether that be on television or around your home. That's just how it is. So if you grew up in the countryside with all these people with southern accents, you probably have a southern accent versus someone who grew up in England with their British accent. So the thing is, you're not the voice you're born with because you can learn again. You can change your voice. This is super easy. It may take time, but with the amount of pressure and diligence, you can do this. You can change your voice. If it's really so much, if it's really hurting you, your voice, you don't like it, if it doesn't show who you are in character, you can change it. Here is an example of Margaret Thatcher doing this exact same thing.
I've been so busy that I haven't had really much time to think about it. After all, I know I'm still only me, and so do my family. But I'm very much aware of the responsibilities and a little bit apprehensive. Who wouldn't be when you think of the names that I follow?
Let me answer that very deeply, because I feel very strongly about it. The greatest divisions this nation has ever seen were the conflicts of trade unions towards the end of a Labour government.
Thank you. I hope you love this presentation. For more videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe to the Success Bistro.